Hello folks, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing great. Today we're going to explain how to write a problem solution essay. Stay with us. Welcome.
In a problem solution essay, you analyze a problem and propose a method for solving it. The problem you choose to analyze should be one that offers some challenge, but is still possible to resolve. A problem solution essay should have the following chapters. The first one is a problem that needs to be solved. The second one, a thesis statement that identifies the problem and points toward the solution. The third one is identification of several possible solutions. And finally, a specific facts, detailed example, and reason indicating why one solution is best, and analytical term. The problem solution essay have some component or section. The first part is introduction, the problem. The opening paragraph needs to capture the reader's attention. Asking a question or quoting a fact can be an effective way to capture attention and introduce the problem. And the second is define the problem and explain what is significant. Why does it matter? Why is it a problem? And state your thesis. The second part is the body, possible solution. The body should contain at least two paragraphs that outline possible solutions and your critique of them. Why you think they won't work as well as the best solution. Present your preferred solution last, and supporting with evidence documented why is the best. And propose how you would implement your solution. And third part is call to action. The conclusion should briefly recap the problem and propose solution. It should end with a strong call to action, possibly telling the reader what will happen if your solution isn't implemented. The problem solution essay have to use word transition, such as therefore, as a result, in addition, for the reason, and conclusion.
In a problem solution essay, we can identify four features. As a first one, a well-defined problem. A proposal is writing to offer a solution to a problem. Before presenting the solution, a proposal writer must be sure that readers know what the problem is. The writer may also have to establish that the problem indeed exists and is serious enough to need solving. Sometimes, a writer can assume that readers will recognize the problem. At other times, readers may not be aware of the problem. A proposed solution. Once the problem is established, the writer must present an arc for a particular solution. Be sure that the topic is narrow and that the solutions are reasonable. A convincing argument. The main purpose of a proposal is to convince readers that the writer's solution is the best way of solving the problem. Proposals arc for their solution by trying to demonstrate that the proposed solution will solve the problem, that it is a feasible way of solving the problem, that it stands up against anticipated objections or reservations, that it is better than other ways of solving the problem. A reasonable tone. Regardless of the proposal of the argument made on its behalf, problem solution writers must adopt a reasonable tone. The objective is to advance an argument without having an argument. The aim is to bridge any gap that may exist between writers and readers, not widen it. Writers can build such a bridge of shared concerns by showing respect for their readers and treating their concerns seriously. They discuss anticipated objection and reservation as an attempt to lay to rest any doubts readers may have. They consider alternative solutions as a way of showing they have explored every possibility in order to find the best possible solution. Most important, they do not attack those raising objections or offering other solutions by questioning their intelligence or goodwill. There are 4 steps in the process of developing a problem solution essay. Identify a problem. It should be no surprise that the first step to writing a problem solution paper is to come up with a problem to work with. This can literally be anything. It could be a global problem or a personal problem. There are, however, a few things that you should keep in mind when coming up with a good problem to use for your paper. First, make sure that it is a problem that has a solution, or even better, several possible solutions or approaches to solutions. It's always a good idea to choose a topic that interests you, as it will make the whole process of writing the paper more enjoyable and interesting. Identify a solution. Once you have your problem, identify a solution for it that you want to argue for in your paper. It may be that there are several different possible solutions to your problem that you can think of. If this is the case, then pick the one that has the most logical solution, or the solution that you can craft the best argument for. Depending on the subject that you are writing about, it may be appropriate for you to use data to back up your solution. If this is the case, then make sure you can find data to use. Show why your solution is the best one. In a problem solution paper, it is important to show why your solution is the best one for the problem. Otherwise, your reader may walk away thinking to themselves, well, that is one solution, but what about this other solution? So, you should be sure to explain why your solution is the best one. Think of this section of your paper as crafting an argument. Offer a rebuttal to other solutions. Once you have shown why your solution is a good one, offer a rebuttal for other solutions. In a rebuttal, you will offer a counter-argument to other possible solutions. This will leave your solution as the most viable one in the mind of your reader.
Now it's time to see some suggestions, tips on how to write this type of essay. First of all, we need to see the proofreading and tips. Your best is to leave the paper for 1 day or 2. Come back with it and with a fresh mind to properly review it. Confirm that it covers all 4 elements of a problem solution essay. Check that the thesis works in line of 4 arguments. Check that the introduction is interesting and hooks your reader. Also, we have to confirm that you've really explored the problem and left nothing out. Something else, we need to confirm that you've used a vivid language in describing the problem. Check that the solution you presented is achievable. Check if you've given the reader all the necessary steps to address the solution. Finally, check that the conclusion section is inspiring, using projection, and has a strong call to action. In the meanwhile, check for grammar issues and punctuation errors. There are plenty of online grammar checkers which can help you with all of that. Some of them are Grammarly, helps you find major and minor spelling and punctuation errors in your text. Also, we can use Hemingway, which helps you keep your sentence short and to the point. It can be used also Treasures, helps you find synonyms for average words, and it can help you make your language more colorful if you wish so. Alternatively, give the paper to your peers or family of proofreading. They always have a tendency of spotting stuff you've never noticed. if no one in your class is ready to start solving the problem, maybe you can inspire someone in your community or hometown. You never know. And we cannot leave or finish this video without giving you an example. This example is about astronauts. So we're going to read the example and then we're going to explain it to you. Astronauts face many challenges in space caused by weightlessness. One of these obstacles is floating around the cabin. To solve this problem, astronauts wear shoes that are coated with a special adhesive. This adhesive sticks to the floor of the cabin. Serving food is another problem. It won't stay put on the table. Experts overcame this problem by putting food and drinks in punches and tubes. It only needs to be mixed with water. Weightlessness also causes problems when astronauts try to work. The simple task of turning a wrench or doorknob can be difficult. Since there is no gravity to keep him down, when he exerts a force in one direction, the opposite force may flip him over completely. To resolve this challenge, he must be very careful about how much force he uses to do these simple tasks. Here on Earth, life is much simpler thanks to gravity. Now we're going to go step by step. If you see the red writing, it's the problem, and the green part is the solution. We're talking about astronauts. What we are saying about astronauts, we're saying that they're having a lot of problems when they are in the air. So it says that the first problem is due to the weightlessness. So the obstacles for the astronauts are they float around the cabin. So what is the solution for this problem? So astronauts wear shoes that are coated with a special adhesive. This adhesive sticks them to the floor. So you are seeing right now the solution with a green writing. So, but there is another problem that they face when they are in the space. Serving food. So what do? Because by putting food and drinks in punches and tubes, that's one of the solutions that they are using when they are in the cabin. It only needs to be mixed up with water. So you're seeing on the green part the explanation and the solution for the problem about the food. So as we said before, weightlessness also causes problems when astronauts try to work because they are floating. The simple task of turning a wrench or a doorknob can be difficult since there is no gravity. Gravity is very important, on Earth. But in space there is no gravity. So since there is no gravity to keep him or her down, when he exerts a force in one direction, the opposite force may flip him over completely. To resolve this challenge, he or she must be very careful about how much force he or she uses to do this simple task. Here on Earth, life is much simpler thanks to gravity. As we saw on the example, on the red part there is a problem. So if you go along with the reading, you will see the green writing gives you a solution for the problem. This type of essay is very important in college, university, school, and professional life. We have to be very careful when we address one of these essays because that will explain, and we need to emphasize the problem and also emphasize double the solution in this type of essay.